Welcome to the Beyond the Years podcast, a podcast about all things Disney. I'm your host, Josh, and as always, I'm joined by my lovely co-host, Ashley.
Hello. Welcome to the show. We've got exciting news today.
So much news.
So much news. We are going to Disney World, which is the main news. Not right now, we're not going, but we are planning a trip in September, which is so freaking exciting. If you guys have listened to the show before, we talk about it all the time. It's been how many years? Since 5 years?
2018.
Since you and I went?
September of 2018. Well, I guess end of August, beginning of September.
Yeah, so it'll be almost exactly 5 years since we have gone when we go this year. So,
Side note,
yeah.
I turned 30 this year.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be at Disney on my 30th birthday.
Heck yeah.
As well as it's our 10-year anniversary this year. And we will also be celebrating our 10-year anniversary at Disney too.
Yeah. Yeah. So any excuse we could come up with to make this trip happen. 30th birthday, that's a huge one. So we're going to celebrate hard at Disney World. And the 10-year anniversary, obviously, that's a big one too.
Yeah.
So we're going to stay at Art of Animation. If you guys know anything about the resorts on property, Art of Animation is, I don't know, I think you would always prefer Animal Kingdom Lodge, but to me, I just love the fantasy of Art of Animation. So I feel like that would be like a dream vacation for me, is actually getting to stay there. And we are. So
in the Little Mermaid room.
Yeah,
Little Mermaid room.
Our travel agent is actually one of our friends.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Megan. I was going to say something about it, but I don't need to say that. Anyway, so once she gets back to us, it's like pretty sure it's confirmed that we're going to stay in the Little Mermaid room, which is the standard room. The suites, which are also amazing at Art of Animation, are much more expensive.
Yeah, it'd be like $1,200 more for our stay.
Yeah.
We're staying 5 days, 6 nights.
Yes. We're going to drive. So it's about a 17-hour drive from where we live. So that'll be an adventure all on its own.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be so fun. We're going to be so pumped. The whole drive up there is going to be, down there, I guess. Yeah. Is going to be just so exciting. You and I are going to just be on cloud 9. I can just imagine it now.
I see videos all the time of people like driving into campus, kind of like where it says "Welcome to Walt Disney World." Like, fuck.
So yeah, that's big. We finally we've been talking about it for a little while, just like off and on for the past several years. But we've kind of joked around like we would never be able to go.
So my mom and sister have a saying, "If not, when?" Yeah. And I was like, God dang, like, because they're going to Italy this year, and they're going to Nashville in a few weeks. Yeah. And last year or the year before, they went to Mexico, and they're just like,
do it,
just bite the bullet and go.
I listened to something. I think it was an ad. It was earlier today. I have no idea. But it was like, life is for living. And I was like, yes, let's do it. Because
let's move to Orlando.
I literally quit my job. In like,
we have a new job, but yes,
I quit my craft job that I hate. I've hated for years. I've hated it for years, but I felt like trapped. I quit my job, and literally the next day, I was like, I feel so free. Mm-hmm. Our life is going to be new. It's just going to be a new life. And it just feels amazing. And I know like it's going to be different for you and Grayson, obviously, because I'll be here, a lot more. But to me, it's just like so liberating and freeing. And I just
and you practically feel good. 3 days off because you get off at 2:30. That's like having a whole half day to yourself.
Everyone was like, oh, you're not taking like a long break in between or like a week's vacation in between. I'm like, my orientation is going to be a 6-hour shift, like cake. And then every day is going to be 8.5 hours instead of 9.5 hours. which to me, the extra hour makes a big difference. And then just the earliness of the shift, I'll still have plenty of day left.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be amazing. But anyway, Disney, we're going. We'll probably talk a lot more about that.
Yeah,
in
we'll
a
probably
future
make some
episode.
prep videos and.
Oh heck yeah! Part of the magic of Disney is getting to like plan and pack and like make lists about what you're gonna pack, and just doing research.
I was thinking about that the other night. I was like, we'll have to pack 3 little umbrellas, 1 for Grayson and 2 for us.
Little poncho.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be so fun. We'll do some Disney hauls, not on the podcast here, but that's just gonna be so fun.
So I was thinking about that too. Are we going to like start, you know how we can buy the gift cards at like Sam's Club? Are we going to start like buying those? And like, how does that work with the magic bands? Can we load those to the magic bands or?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I really am not sure. I think
because the magic bands, it's so easy just to go bing and like.
Yeah. And so much has changed since we last went. I will have to do a lot of research to even know what to do when we get there as far as magic bands, because I'm not sure that's even the same anymore. But I don't know like the newest updates. Since
Megan she practically works for Disney.
Yeah.
I wonder if
we'll ask her lots of questions.
Yeah.
And I'll also be doing lots of research on YouTube.
Yeah, this time I'm gonna get my band customized.
Nice.
I'm buying the bullet.
Yeah. But anyway, I was thinking, like, we're gonna go through the house and just purge a whole bunch of crap, and that is just gonna be spending money for Disney, probably for food and souvenirs, which food is so expensive.
And we got a lot of crap, so
we do have a lot of crap. So we're gonna sell a lot of our crap. And then that will all be money for Disney.
I'm thinking about selling that crib right there.
Yeah, it's just in the way, you know?
I'm just like, man, we need to get rid of that. When we have a new baby, it'd be just as easy to get another crib. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, sometimes I'm just like, oh, screw it.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard when you, like, we have the house that we live in, the size of it is fine. It works for our family, but we just don't have like a ton of room for storage except for the garage and some things you don't want to put in the garage.
So like a lot of people be like, well, put it in your attic. Our attic is like practically inaccessible.
Yeah.
Because it's a very, very small hole and we don't own the property. We rent.
Yeah.
So it's not like we can just go up there, chop a big hole and put a bunch of wood up there and like deck it out for like, to store stuff.
And
that would be like we would store stuff up there if we could. But we can't.
He literally put the access point for the attic like above the stairs walking up into
from the garage
to the house. So it's like you have to get on a ladder on stairs to get to the access point. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we live on a hill, on the side of a hill. So our garage ceilings are like 17-foot ceilings.
That's amazing in itself, but I don't know what he was thinking with. He could have moved that somewhere else.
Yeah.
And there would have even been room to like put stairs up to the attic, because the attic itself would be like a huge room.
Yeah. So just as a side note, Ashley used to have a Jeep Wrangler. To change the light bulbs on said garage roof or ceiling.
Yeah.
I had to stand on top of her car with a ladder, a small ladder.
I didn't know that.
To get to those light bulbs they have in there.
Wow.
That's how tall the roof is. I think it's like 15 foot.
Yeah. We're getting way off topic because we have so much to talk about today.
I know. I'm just excited.
The main event of today's show is going to be a Hollywood Studios tiered rides list. So this is going to be the third kind of episode in our mini series where we're ranking all of the rides at Disney World. But we have a couple things to say before we even get into the list. What did we see recently?
Oh, Super Mario Brothers. We watched it Friday. Obviously not a Disney thing, but it is notably to be talked about because it is so freaking good.
Yeah, and Grayson came with us and Josh's mom, and he sat for the whole movie. And
Ashley's brother.
Oh, yeah.
Sam went.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a great time. It was fun. And we also finally saw Avatar, The Way of Water.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that.
That was a big one. I was like waiting for you to say that.
Oh, when you looked at me, I thought you were talking about Mario.
Well, the Mario is what we just recently did. But yeah, we purchased it on digital. We didn't get a chance to see it in the theater because it's such a long movie. It would have been really hard for us to find time where our schedules aligned. And then we also would have had to find lunch, Grayson. Yeah, we would have had to find care for him. And with everything that had been going on recently, it just wasn't an option. And honestly, I knew I would have had to got up at some point and go pee, and then I would have missed something. So we just waited and we watched it on digital, and it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
I think it was better than the first one, but I don't know if that's because I'm more in tune with how the world is, or if it's it's one of those sequel things where the sequel's better than the first one, but they built so much in the first one so you can like the second one. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's really good. It's about family, so.
Yeah, loved it. I definitely want to watch it again. Amazing movie. You started? I started to watch it again this morning with Grayson. We got probably 15 or 20 minutes in.
Yeah, I think we're at 25
which is pretty standard for us when we watch something with him. But anyway, do you have anything else you want to say before we get started with our topic today?
There's lots of Star Wars Celebration news that I really haven't looked into yet, but Star Wars Celebration was a couple days ago. So there's a lot of news, new movies. I know we got an Ahsoka.
Are they doing another 3 movies? Did I see that somewhere?
I think there's 3 Star Wars movies, but I don't think it's 3 I know there's a set of movies that happens after 30 years after Rey becomes a Jedi. Mm. And it's rebuilding the Star Wars Jedi stuff. But that's all I kind of saw.
Okay.
And some other smaller things. The biggest thing was the Ahsoka trailer, which looks really good. I'll have to show you it later. But that's about it, really, for news. Well, I haven't really looked at any Marvel news. I've kind of been out of the loop. I've been doing a lot of listening on rewatches of the MCU because we're still slowly trudging our way through the MCU, and I'm trying to line out how we want to do episodes of us talking about those movies. So, anyway, I don't have much there.
Okay.
So let's get into the list of the tiered rides at Hollywood Studios.
Yep. So Hollywood Studios is a park that's had a lot of renovations and a lot of new rides and attractions since we've gone 4.5 to 5 years ago. So we're going to do the best we can to rate everything, but we have not had the opportunity to ride everything there. So the first one is, let's see, Beauty and the Beast live on stage. You haven't got to see this, but I did. It's a stage show, and it's basically just a really condensed version of Beauty and the Beast. I'm going to give it a B+. Because it's a 30-minute show. It's nice to sit down out of the heat if you're needing some sort of break. Mm-hmm. It's fun for the whole family, I think. Let's do... So Fantasmic is the evening performance, which I have seen and you have not. But and it's been a long time. So they've probably changed things since I've seen it. But I would give it an A-, because it's they shoot fireworks and they do light projections on water. And it's kind of similar to the Rivers of Light show at Animal Kingdom that we love so much.
Yeah.
But not as cool.
Did you say the Rivers of Light the other day was coming back?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular.
Which sucked because we started to get to watch it and then it had lightning, or we had
there was lightning in the area. So I've got to see it. Josh has not. I'm going to give it an A- because it's fun for the whole family. The stunts are really cool. Keeps your attention. The show itself is not super long. And it's a good little break for everybody. And it's interactive with the audience at like the beginning. Let's see. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Is that new ride? Mm-hmm. From the I can already tell you, I'm not a fan of the animation.
Same.
At all. Don't like that look.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna rate it on that. Just like I really want to rate the Star Wars rides because I've watched the ride throughs, but like I still can't rate it. You know what I mean?
This is our show. We can do what we want. So let's move on to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
Okay.
This is one. So we've watched ride throughs of this, and I think we both agree that it could be so much better.
Yeah.
And it would almost be better if it was just like a walkthrough and you got to explore the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say like a B-.
Yeah, I'm just going to say a flat B.
Muppet Vision 3D.
We watched this. And from what I mean, it's Muppets, so I'm just going to give it a B.
Same.
Just a flat B. Like fun, but not breathtaking.
Slinky Dog Dash.
Another one we didn't get to ride.
I know. It's like almost all of these we have not got to experience, except for the old school ones. It looks fun. It's hard for... I couldn't even rate this one because I haven't watched like a ride, like a POV of this. It looks just like a pretty classic coaster, not too thrilling, but the theming is really great. I love the theming.
I'm going to give it a B because I watched the ride throughs. Me and Grayson have.
Okay.
And it looked, like you said, it's just very standard, like roller coaster affair.
Star Tours.
That's the one I got motion sick on. So yeah, I'm gonna give it like a C+ because it needs to be updated too.
I'm gonna give it a B+ for a variety of reasons. One of them being the atmosphere. So
the queue line's good.
Yeah, so you walk into the ride and you walk under, what are those called?
AT-ATs.
AT-ATs. Yeah. I don't know why I can never remember that. You get to walk under a huge AT-AT, and then when you go into the building, there's like droids everywhere, R2-D2 and C-3PO.
See, that to me is like the funnest part, or the most fun.
Yeah,
that's that place. But the ride itself is meh.
A little outdated, but it's still fun. Okay. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance.
Hell yes to this ride.
Yes.
Because we've watched multiple ride-throughs on
I'm going to give it an A, and I know that I will feel the same after riding it.
Yeah, same. I'm going to give it an A.
Because it's not just a ride, it's a full experience, and I love that.
I'm just so excited to go to the whole Star Wars area.
My hope is that Grayson is just enamored with everything and he just has the best time, but he's been a little cranky lately and fussy, and I'm like, please don't be fussy.
He's got, I was thinking about that just like as soon as we started the podcast. When we started talking about Disney, I'm like, man, he might be fussy, but he'll be like 6 months older at that point almost. Yeah. Or like 4 or 5 months older. So he'll almost be a 4-year-old.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh, because that can make or break your experience as a family if your kids are whiny and fussy. I mean, it just adds an extra element of stress. And then it's like, then you get stressed out and then they feed off of that vibe.
You.
Both of us do it. Not just me. Both of us do it. Because sometimes you stress me out. Toy Story Mania. A.
Is it the Midway Mania?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pull the string.
A.
Solid
sure.
A.
Yeah.
Super fun.
That was so fun. And it's so bright. And it's like the Andy's room kind of vibe. Everything's big.
The only way it could be graded any higher for me is if it was just a little bit longer. like if they added.
I don't remember the length.
So I feel like the ride time is good, but if they had like one more screen in there with another game, that would have been perfect. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, I mean, super fun family ride. And the immersiveness of the queue line, and like especially right before you get on the attraction, oh my gosh, so much fun. Okay, Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I'm going to do a B+ because of, gosh, they just do such a good job at like designing sometimes. Just the, what am I trying to say? The way that they engineered this ride, especially at the time, was very revolutionary. For the ride vehicle to like be able to move around and then kind of lock into place to be able to drop and go up.
Something we definitely won't be able to ride, or you might be able to ride it, but I'm not riding it.
I'm fine without riding it.
I'm going to give it a C+.
Okay.
Give me the Guardians of the Galaxy one. What? Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah, no, that's the next one. Oh no, it's closed for refurbishment. Let's click on that and see. I'm going to rate it an A.
Oh, that's definitely an A. Solid A. That ride is so much fun. And then the music is so much fun.
Yeah. So it's closed for refurbishment starting in February. It's not going to reopen until summer of 2023. So it'll be open by the time.
So we go, it'll be open probably.
It should be. But they say the reason they say summer is so that they have like more time. Summer. I would say September is not summer. It's fall.
Technically summer, but
I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna rate it an A.
Yeah, A. Maybe they're gonna redo the intro.
Who knows?
If they're doing refurbishments,
maybe like build a bigger queue line where it's more indoors. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's pictures of construction right now, but I haven't seen any. I haven't like looked anything up.
Yeah. Well, you'll probably get a lot more Disney content, Disney specific content from us the next like 4 months in prep to get to Disney World, just because we're so excited.
Oh yeah.
Is that it on the rides?
That's it. I mean, there's some like kiddie sing-alongs and like a couple like kiddie attractions, but they don't have like the swirling saucers in Toy Story Land and that kind of stuff. But
not
that's
big
that
mainstream
kind of
rides.
No.
Gotcha.
Not that I saw on the list.
Okay.
They don't have a ton of rides. Oh my gosh, I just realized the Little Mermaid show. I didn't see that on the list. And that was a good show to me.
I thought that was at Epcot.
So they have a Little Mermaid ride at Epcot, but
that's Animal King, or that's at Magic Kingdom.
Wait, oh, you're right.
Nemo is
yes, Nemo's at Epcot. I'm sorry.
Oh, look at that! A piece of
because I was
knowledge that I remember.
I was talking and trying to read at the same time, and that never works out. But yeah, it must be
closed forever.
That
The Little Mermaid is not relevant until she gets her movie.
Yeah. Huh, that's kind of sad. I liked that show. But
does that movie come out this year? Do you know?
I don't know. Like you, I haven't been like up to date on all of the news and stuff. Mm-hmm. So.
Okay.
I guess that's it for today.
Well, at least we got the big part out of the way.
Yeah.
I think our talk about going to Disney was longer than us actually rating rides.
Probably because, like I said, Hollywood Studios has had like a lot of refurbs and new rides the past 5 years. Mm-hmm. So half the attractions we haven't got to ride yet. But we're going to be doing Animal Kingdom next. And I don't think anything has changed really in the past 4 to 5 years too much at Animal Kingdom.
Cool.
So we'll be able to rate those rides a little bit better.
Wasn't there a bunch of Disney news that dropped a couple days ago too? Wasn't there like a Disney?
I think so, but I haven't paid attention.
Oh.
So we're going to wrap up this show.
Okay.
The next show we're going to do is tiered rides list for Disney's Animal Kingdom. And we will talk to you soon.